conference. Woo! I think they forgot to invite the FFA members. Are you excited to be here this morning? Yeah, that's better, that's better. Now, you know, Josiah and I, we were having a conversation earlier, and we're thinking about you all and what Iowa has provided us, the golden corn, all the beautiful things, and we realized there's some things that we forgot along the way. So in just a moment, we have a few things that we need your help to find. You know, very much like your state officers yesterday finding and solving their top secret mission, you all have to solve our top secret mission and find us what we need. Sound like a plan, Josiah?
I think so. And the stakes this morning are really high because every time you find an object that we ask for, we have the golden corn for you. The golden corn. And another piece will appear every time an item appears on the stage that we ask for. So to get us started off, the first person for this piece of golden corn, we have it for the first person to find us something with the Iowa State University logo on it. Something with the Iowa State logo. Let's go. Let's go. You have to come up onto the stage. I think this is our first one. What's your name?
Adam Wilkie.
Give it up for Adam. Courtney, what's next?
All right, our next item is a shoe in the size 9. Nice. All right, and what's your name?
Spencer.
All right, Spencer, give it up.
All right, up next, we've got something specifically for the gentlemen in the room. We need 5 FFA ties. 5 FFA ties. But like, you don't have to untie it, but we need you to present us with 5. So you guys can all share a piece of golden corn. Is that fair? Is that fair? All right, first names of all of our winners.
Brody. Ben.
John.
Neil. Ben.
Will.
Cooper.
Give it up for these guys.
Alrighty, so maybe this week you've noticed there's some friends that aren't from the state of Iowa, are visiting state officers, so we need you all to bring us a jacket that is not from the state of Iowa. All right. All right, name. Harrison. Molly. And Molly. Give it up for Harrison and Molly.
Here, we can get a second.
Oh, corn down. It's still just as valuable though, I promise.
Yes. Courtney, we did something for all of our male friends. How about the opposite? Do you have something for them?
Yes, absolutely. So we need 5 scarves. 5 scarves from
One
our
person
friends.
has to bring us all 5 though.
1 person, all 5. Hey, we have a friendship pact going on. All right, let's meet these friends who have donated their scarves. Alyssa, Brooke, Carly, Allison, Hannah, Taylor, Caitlin,
Emily.
Awesome, and the scarves are in the hands of Hannah, so congratulations. There's the golden corn.
There we go. Up next, we need someone to bring us 10 different pens. They have to be like unique types of pens, 10 of them.
She's got a pencil case. She has a pencil case.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, what is the name of this Iowa FFA icon?
Emma.
Emma, give it up for Emma.
Oh, there you go. Here.
One more. Don't forget your pens. All right, we have one final round of our scavenger hunt. Are y'all ready for this? This is the most high stakes round. To preface this, have you all seen like the Lion King where he like lifts up Simba? You know the song that he sings? Yes, it's that song. Yes. So that is the song. You, sir, deserve some golden corn. To execute this, though, okay, you need to come to the stage, but I also need a small child. Someone bring me a small child. You are an FFA member. You're not a small child.
Are you classifying yourself as a small child? Harrison coming in for round 2.
Okay, this is perfect. All right, are you Henry? Okay, get hype for Henry. And what's your name?
Harrison.
So Henry and Harrison are going to reenact the scene from The Lion King. Are you ready to do this? This is for the golden corn. All right, here we go. So sing it and lift Harrison up, just like you would if this was Simba, okay? Yes! Give it up for Henry and Harrison. We have some gold. We have two pieces of golden corn for that.
That's a double golden corn performance right there. That was a double golden corn performance. Incredible.
Oh, that was wonderful. Well, that made our pre-session pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. But this is just a reminder that as we go into session today, we need to be the loudest we can possibly be as our state officers shortly take the stage. That means during opening ceremonies and after everything, we're clapping, we're getting loud, because this is going to be an awesome session 2 of the Iowa FFA State Leadership Conference.
Definitely. So get hype, get excited as we kick off session 2 of the 95th Iowa FFA State Leadership Conference.
Since 1947, FFA members from across our state have joined together to create the Iowa FFA Band. This year, 118 high school members are growing their musical abilities and sharing their talents with us today. Please clear the aisles for the massing of the flags, and we will continue to listen to the Iowa FFA band under the direction of Mr. Colin Zidlicki of St. Ansgar and sponsored by Morningside University. It is our pleasure to present the 2023 Iowa FFA Band. please help us in thanking the Iowa FFA Band for their wonderful performance.
The Secretary's desk has a couple announcements at this time. If the following chapters are in the Convention Center, please have your advisors report to the Convention Office. Nevada, Central Lee, Newton, West Branch, Ames, Belle Plaine, Panorama, Mid-Prairie, New Hampton, Southeast Valley, Southeast Polk, Benton Community, Denver, Bellevue, Ogen, Adel DeSoto Minburn, Gilbert, Boone, Greene County, and Decorah. And all proficiency winners, please find your seats located in section 133. Again, proficiency winners, please find your seats in section 133. If you are unable to locate your seating card, please report to the seating desk located near the stage. At this time, please turn off all cell phones and other devices, and as a reminder, no laser pointers are allowed. Another reminder is that there is a social media challenge happening at this year's state convention. To participate, tag Iowa FFA and use the hashtag IASLC23. The winner will be announced during the pre-session of the 4th General Session. This concludes announcements at this time.
You'll never hear me complain, 'cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. I'm not big on social graces, think I'll slip on down. Cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. These riders and ropers give it their best. We'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? and hold on tight. Where the bayou city streets meet the country roads. Where the bayou city streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
FFA members, advisors, and guests, get ready for the second session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference as we welcome our 2022-2023 Iowa FFA Officer Team. Our Southwest State Vice President from the Davis Rogers FFA Chapter, George Martin. Our Northwest State Vice President from the Akron Westfield FFA Chapter, Sam Phillips. Our Southeast State Vice President from the West Branch FFA Chapter, Annie Bauer. Our Northeast State Vice President from the West Dubuque FFA Chapter, Ryan Wolf. Our South Central State Vice President from the Del DeSoto Midburn FFA Chapter, Kate Schaefer. Our North Central State Vice President from the Osage FFA Chapter, Mary Ann Fox. Our State Reporter from the West Lyon FFA Chapter, Rachel Tunington. Our State Secretary from the South Winneshiek FFA Chapter, Holly Schmidt. Our State President from the Davis Rogers FFA Chapter, Sam Martin. And our State Advisor, Mr. Matthew Eddy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022-2023 Iowa FFA Officer Team.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the second general session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel. Station by the door. Your duties there. Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that that door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order. The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington. I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at this, the second general session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, there are 6,017 members, advisors, and guests from 253 chapters present, Mr. President.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare the second general session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Good morning and welcome to the second day of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. Yesterday was filled with excitement with the announcement of our LDE winners, recognition of our biggest supporters, and hearing some inspiring words. Today will be just as exciting. We will showcase those who have a stellar passion for agriculture, from our members excelling in their supervised agriculture experience to our Iowa Secretary of Agriculture, Mike Naig. As FFA members, our dedication to agriculture is shown in everything we do. Whether it's inside the blue corduroy jacket or out, we're always advocating for the industry we share a love for. Let's continue to show our passion this morning as we kick off the second general session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Your second session chairs come from opposite sides of the state. Your first calls Southern Iowa home and has a love for horses. You can find her laughing with a friend and being the life of the party wherever she goes. The second comes from the very corner of the northwest part of the state and is a South Dakota State jackrabbit. She values genuine conversation, sarcasm is her middle name, and she has a passion to serve. These two are always willing to listen to member stories in the blue jacket and hold a deep love of the blue and gold. Advisors, members, and guests, get on your feet to welcome your second session chairs, Southeast State Vice President Annie Bauer and your state reporter, Rachel Tunison.
Whoa, Annie, what you got there? I'm Annie, but from the future. And boy, do I got some stories for you. Wait, does that mean you already know what happens in the second general session of the... I don't want to ruin the surprise, but let me tell you, it's the most fun I've had in my entire life. Well, we better get started then. FFA advisors, members, and guests, Good morning and welcome to the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. In this session, we'll have the opportunity to see some of our talented FFA members and hear from Iowa Secretary of Agriculture Mike Naig share his wisdom with our great state.
Not to mention our Proficiency winners who excel in their SAE projects every day. We will also recognize our National Chapter Award winners and hear some retiring addresses from our state officers. FFA members, advisors, and guests, get pumped for the second session of the 95th Iowa FFA State Leadership Conference.
Whether it be through our SAE projects, competing in contests, or volunteering in our communities, together FFA members live to serve wherever they go. Our second session sponsor, Farm Credit Services of America, helps in this mission. Their generous donation to our program allows us to continue promoting leadership and agriculture throughout Iowa. Farm Credit Services of America. On behalf of the Iowa FFA members sitting before you today, we would like to present you with this conference gift for our appreciation and thank you for your outstanding contribution to the Iowa FFA Association.
Many lenders work in agriculture, but only one works for it. Mission-driven and owned by the producers we serve, we help customers manage risk, grow their success, and achieve goals. More than just another lender in agriculture, we strive to be its most valued. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Naig grew up on a family farm in the northwest corner of the state, near Cylinder, Iowa, and he continues to be involved in the operation today. Mike is a graduate from Buena Vista University in Storm Lake with degrees in biology and political science. He and his wife, Jamie, have 3 boys. Mike was elected as the 15th Iowa Secretary of Agriculture in November 2018 and was re-elected in 2022. He previously served as the Deputy Secretary at the Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship. In a state where agriculture is a leading economic driver, Mike knows that protecting our air, soil, and water is essential to our success. He works with initiatives that encourage public-private partnerships and leads efforts that will protect our natural resources. As Secretary, he is committed to lead efforts to expand economic opportunities for Iowans and is an advocate on behalf of the hard-working men and women who keep us fed and fueled. Attracting and retaining talent in Iowa agriculture is a reoccurring topic in his 99 county visits, and Mike believes we need to continue to engage young people and encourage them to pursue rewarding careers in agriculture. As the Secretary of Agriculture, he is focused on the following commitments: expanding markets and trade. Mike is supportive of policies that will open new markets for the farmers of Iowa and is dedicated to expanding opportunities for livestock producers, agribusiness, and crop farmers. Water quality and land stewardship. As an advocate for healthy soil and water, Mike led the initiative for the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy and will continue to find partnerships to build momentum for water quality. Promoting careers in agriculture. Secretary Naig believes it is important to inspire and engage young Iowans to pursue agriculture careers and retain the knowledge and talent our state has. Please help me in welcoming to the podium Secretary of Agriculture, Mike Naig.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. All right, we got to make a little noise here. Well, I am just grateful to be able to join you this morning. I always look forward to convention, and it's not just the wonderful warm welcome that I received from all of you and the state officer team, but there's a lot of excitement in this room to be in Hilton together. I suspect that there's a couple of you who are excited to not be in the classroom today, right? Is there a couple of you? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that learning isn't happening, I'm sorry to tell you. Great events like this today provide a different and yet a very important learning opportunity and experience for you. And I hope you can see that opportunity and soak in every experience that you can. I also want to take just a minute to thank all of the parents and the teachers and the FFA advisors and the bus drivers and the volunteers. There's a lot of people who have invested in each one of you and want to see you be successful as FFA students. A lot of people care about your success, and they're devoted to making this experience and all of your FFA experiences memorable. And it's important to thank people, isn't it? So let's do that right now. Let's give a round of applause. Let's make some noise for every person that's helped you as part of your FFA experience. Come on, let's go. And I look out here, I love looking out and seeing this great sea of blue corduroy, and I think about what the future holds for each of you, the change that you'll see, the opportunities that you'll have, all that you may accomplish, and how important and necessary it is that you are successful in the future. Every person in the world needs agriculture every single day. That is what is at stake. And although each of our backgrounds and our experiences is different, the jacket that you wear today, the organization that you belong to, our collective focus on agriculture is something that can bring us together. You know, coupled with the leadership development and the opportunities for your personal growth in this organization, FFA can be a springboard to launch you to a successful future. Now, I hope this won't surprise you. I am the Iowa Secretary of Agriculture, but I hope your future will be here in Iowa. Our state depends on agriculture, and our agriculture depends on our people. 1 in 5 jobs in Iowa is directly connected to agriculture. And so whether you decide to head off to college or trade school, or you jump right into the workforce, or you start farming, Iowa needs you here. And in the years ahead, as you put down roots and hopefully in some Iowa communities, you encourage others to do the same. I want to encourage each of you to give back to our communities, to invest in others like people have invested in each one of you. Work to make your community a better place. You know, when you look around and you say to yourself, somebody oughta, I wish somebody would, maybe you ought to consider the fact that you are that somebody and there's something for you to do. Experiences through FFA means that people may very well look to you as leaders because of the skills that you've developed, and you shouldn't shy away from that. We're counting on you to build a strong foundation for Iowa agriculture to ensure that we can continue to do our job to feed and fuel those consumers all around the world while protecting our soil and our water and finding solutions to agriculture sustainability. I like to say, as long as we've been farming, we've been innovating. And it's you, our students of today, who are the innovators of tomorrow. You must find ways to drive agriculture forward. And while it's true, this is the dad in me that comes out, and while it's true that every one of you has a lot to learn about life and about business and farming and your future career, that doesn't mean that your voice doesn't matter today. That doesn't mean that you can't contribute today. It's truly incredible what we can do in a divided world, in a world that seems like everybody's mad at everybody else. It is incredible what we can do when we actually do work together. And so I would encourage you, don't wait. Start now to address those challenges. I travel to each one of our 99 counties. I love to visit some of your chapters, FFA chapters. I love to do that. But when I travel this state, I know that God made Iowa for agriculture. But our job is that we cannot take that for granted. Because of those who have gone before us, Iowa is famous around the world for what we produce. We can also be famous for how we produce those things, but we need to be famous for how we bring people into agriculture, and we need more people in agriculture. Fewer and fewer students grow up on farms, but does that make agriculture less important to those folks or people who aren't connected to the farm at agriculture? No. And that's why we've got to continue to drive home the message that agriculture is much more than just farming. Farming is at the heart of it all, of course, but when you think about everything that goes into producing food and fuel and fiber and energy, agriculture is all of that. And we need to bring more people into that agriculture. And there's opportunity for each of us, including each one of you right now. You're part of an organization that does a fantastic job of representing that point. You know, 100 or 150 years ago, if you worked in agriculture, you probably were working on the farm. Let's be honest, you all wouldn't be here. You'd be working right now. You'd have a job somewhere. Today, agriculture is more diverse. The opportunities are boundless. And if you want to work in agriculture, the options are practically endless. So as much as we want to talk about your future and the future, let's talk about right now. As students today, you're a huge and valuable contributors to agriculture, your schools, and your communities. As much as we're going to need your future contributions, and we do, you should also know that you can make a difference right now. Your generation is creative and you're curious. And as students, you have good ideas and you have innovative ways of looking at challenges. And now more than ever, we need your hard work, your creativity, and the leadership that you and your peers can exhibit. FFA is opening many doors for you, but it's going to be because of your hard work that you take advantage of those open doors. So, in that spirit, remember to take full advantage of the experiences and opportunities like today, like these days that you'll spend at convention, to create and cultivate friendships and relationships. I was a member of the Emmitsburg FFA chapter. I was involved in 4-H, and I learned an incredible number of lessons through those experiences and friendships that have lasted through today. You'll see friends that you met here or in your local chapter or district events or state convention or maybe national. You will meet people that you will interact with your whole life. So another lesson, never burn a bridge. And a final challenge to each of you. Consider what you can do. Consider what you can do to be inspiring leaders in your communities. I, for one, am excited to see what that can mean for years to come and the impact that that can have on our great state. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day here.
Secretary Naig, thank you for taking the time to inspire Iowa FFA members and working together with others to lead the state to new heights. As a token of our gratitude, we'd like to present you with this conference gift. Let's give one more big round of applause to Mr. Mike Naig.
This past year, the Iowa FFA Association hit a major milestone in surpassing 19,000 members. Please give a round of applause as Mr. Mike Naig congratulates Ellison Keegan from the LaPorte City Dysart FFA chapter for being the 19,000th Iowa FFA member.
Miles and miles of John Deere green, freedom far as I can see. The road to run and room to breathe, that's who I am and I'll always be. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me.
Throughout this year, we have had the privilege of meeting with countless supporters of the National FFA organization. Just like us here in Iowa, state officers from around the United States have been busy putting on workshops and interacting with FFA members. Fortunately, over these few days, they get to see all the amazing things Iowa has to offer. The following states are here in attendance to support and celebrate all our accomplishments. The Secretary's desk will now help me in welcoming our visiting FFA state officers.
Arizona, Kansas, Louisiana, Nebraska, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Let's give a warm Iowa welcome to those visiting state officers who have traveled so far to help celebrate our success in the Iowa FFA.
Your fifth ability is to suspend the rules.
Suspend the rules.
Your sixth ability is to rise to a point of order.
Rise to a point of order.
Your seventh ability is to fix the time for the next meeting.
Fix the time for the next meeting.
Your eighth and final ability is to adjourn.
Adjourn. You just want to go back to bed now? Yeah.
Many members enjoy asking questions about animals, plants, and how the world works. They are always seeking answers and creating solutions to problems they find. This next group takes a love of learning even further and showcases how they can make a difference through science. The Secretary's desk will now read the names of the Agriscience Fair winners.
The Iowa FFA is proud to recognize the winners of the 2023 Iowa FFA Agriscience Fair. The Division I winner is Owen Bogey from Beckman Catholic at Dyersville. The Division II winners are Isaac Geiskamper and Peyton Schmitz from the Beckman Catholic FFA chapter at Dyersville. Your Division III winner is Madeline Reiter from Beckman Catholic at Dyersville. The Division III winners are Reese Conrad and Gavin Siren from Keynote. The Division V winner is Tessa Taki from Beckman Catholic at Dyersville. The Division VI winners are Sydney Groin and Cole Wessel from the North Scott FFA chapter at Eldridge. Let's give all our Agriscience Fair Division winners another round of applause.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns.
Whether it is a highway cleanup,
fruit sales, or a teacher appreciation breakfast, chapters demonstrate their excellence in a variety of areas. Today, we want to recognize chapters that have gone above and beyond in the areas of building communities, growing leaders, and strengthening agriculture. By executing items listed in their programs of activities, modeled by the Supreme National Chapter Award Program, sponsored by Heartland Co-op, these chapters make a positive difference in their communities. Please join us in congratulating these chapters for their hard work and dedication to FFA.
The following chapters have earned a silver rating in the Supreme National Chapter Award Program. Belmont Clemmy, South Winneshiek at Kalmar, Esterville, West Lyon, Mount Ayr, Newton, Davis Rogers, Waverly Shell Rock, North Fayette Valley. Chapters receiving gold: AGWSR, Algona, Anamosa, Belle Plaine, Charles City, Brokaw, Creston, Decorah, DeWitt Central, Beckman Catholic, AgriPower, North Scott Junior High, Western Christian, South Hamilton, LaPorte Dyerst, Central Trail, Marengo, Central Lyon, Rockford, Sibley O'Cheaton, Sioux Central, Stanton, Benton Community, Benton Shellsburg, Little Switzerland, Webster City, East Buchanan, Southeast Warren, North Scott, West Liberty, North Lyd.
FFA chapters across the state persistently work towards improvement and achievement. The chapters before us spent the last year promoting FFA involvement, educating their communities about agricultural issues, and dedicating their time to a life of leadership. These chapters show extreme perseverance and sincere commitment to progress in all areas of their agricultural education programs. We are fortunate to have chapters who exemplify this standard of excellence and truly represent the ideals of the National FFA organization. The National Chapter Award is split into 3 development areas: growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. It is now time to announce the winner in these 3 areas.
In the area of growing leaders, the winner is the Southeast Warren FFA chapter at Liberty Center. Southeast Warren hosted a Red Ribbon Week in their elementary and middle school to talk about the importance of a healthy lifestyle and good health. They highlighted the importance of a healthy diet and the physical activity. They also provided red ribbons to all kindergarten through 6th grade students. The chapter also promoted success in members' SAEs by hosting a weekly Record Book Friday, where members were encouraged to update their records and expand their SAEs.
In the area of building communities, the winner is the North Scott FFA chapter at Eldridge. North Scott hosted the Mississippi Valley Fair Petting Zoo. They partnered with their local alumni, County Farm Bureau, and County Fair Board to give attendees the opportunity to learn more about animals and engage with livestock. The chapter also partnered with businesses in the Davenport area to help promote economic growth after the pandemic. They helped draw customers to the area while also giving them educational experiences in agriculture.
In the area of strengthening agriculture, the winner is the West Liberty FFA chapter. As the diversity of FFA members' backgrounds in agriculture has changed, the West Liberty FFA chapter partnered with alumni members in the area to create a diversified livestock cooperative. Through the program, students were exposed to multiple species of livestock and were able to gain valuable experience outside of the classroom. Members logged over 3,600 hours and raised almost $8,500 in scholarship money through this program.
To receive this next award, you need to work hard and dedicate from many devoted individuals. This next group has proved they have what it takes to be one of the top chapters in the nation. The winner of the 2023 Supreme National Chapter Award is Northland at Troy Mills. The Northland FFA chapter has championed their Shadow a Hero project. All first-year members in the chapter are required to shadow an individual in the community to gain a better understanding of the jobs available within the ag industry. These shadow opportunities allow members to begin developing their own passions and career skills. The chapter also raised $1,900 at their county fair to help provide meals to 16 students in the community. Let's give another round of applause to your 2023 Supreme National Chapter Award winner, the Northland FFA chapter at Troy Mills.
On behalf of the Iowa FFA, we would like to thank you and Heartland Cooperative for sponsoring the Supreme National Chapter Award and attending our leadership conference. Your support is greatly appreciated. We would like to present you with this conference gift as a token of our gratitude.
Thank you. Can you say anything?
Does their state report go to? Altoona. Southwest Valley. Wait. I should be more specific. What college does it? Oh, sorry. High school. Oh, Iowa State. Iowa State.
Iowa State. No, NCSU, go Jacks, baby! What instrument does Sam Phillips know how to play? Clearly. Violin.
Flute.
Acoustic guitar. Tuba.
Not really sure how to play the clarinet, but I can play guitar.
Okay, here's the question.
All right.
Who on our team owns dairy cattle?
I have no clue. No clue.
Guess.
Yeah.
There's Ryan, there's Kate, there's Marianne, there's Annie, there's Polly.
Gotta be Ryan.
Gotta be Ryan?
Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan.
I'm from Northeast Iowa too, though.
It had to be Ryan because it was the first one she named.
Alright, what size shoe does Jerry the Fox wear? 9.
Oh yeah, in the 4th grade. I did.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Kara Dykstra.
And I'm Ashlyn Huff, and we have been given the distinct honor of introducing to you a person who is as hardworking as she is spontaneous, who is kind as she is strong, who balances her bold, direct approach with grace and tact. For as long as I can remember, Kate has always been the most outgoing, smart, talented, honest, and most passionate person about FFA that I know. When we met at a goat show about 5 years ago, I had no idea I had met my goat buddy for life, as Kate likes to call it. She is the one who pushes me to do better, is always talking about FFA, even when we're just in the middle of a random conversation, and the girl I spend every single summer weekend with at a goat show. I have many stories and memories I could share with you all today, but as many of you know, Kate shows boar goats. And with that, we may have a little bit of a rivalry. But one thing I love most about our friendship is that we are always willing to help each other and are always happy for each other. Throughout Kate's journey as South Central State Vice President, she has shown me what being busy truly means. The countless hours she spends in her truck, traveling the state, advocating for FFA is truly amazing, and she has definitely made the most of an experience that I never got the chance to be a part of. Kate is so passionate about FFA and impacting the lives of other FFA members. She is an inspiration to so many people in this world, including me. Thank you for not only being my forever fitting partner and co-host of Iowa's Best of the Barns Boar Goat Show, but thank you most importantly for being my best friend.
And I met Kate when in a pinch we needed a babysitter. I could never have guessed several years later we would become trusted friends and she'd be an extension of our family. She's an adventurous spirit who takes life by the horns. I remember a time we were visiting her barn to see some newly born kids, when suddenly the painfully loud bleating of a mama doe in labor broke the calm. As we approached, it became clear this baby was going to need to be pulled out. As Kate's dad prepared to do the job, he chuckled, "You want to do it?" I laughed it off as a joke. The doe was clearly struggling to kid on her own, and this required an expert. Kate, on the other hand, held out a pair of plastic gloves and told me to roll my sleeves up. You see, the motto, learning to do, doing to learn, is such an integral part of who Kate is. She not only lives by it, she emboldens others to do so as well. So, please join me in giving a warm welcome
to your South Central State Vice President,
the one and only Kate Schaefer!
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill.
I'm ready.
It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem? Tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. Who's gonna run this town tonight?
It was a sunny 86-degree summer day at a goat show in Grinnell, Iowa. The Schaefer stall area was flooded in chaos, and we were sweating through every article of clothing on our body. There were small, prickly goat hairs sticking to absolutely everything. There were goats to our left and goats to our right. Someone washing, someone drying, and Dad and I designated clipping. We'd like to think that we kept the barn occupied until midnight or later this weekend. Or we'd like to think that every other weekend throughout the summer as well. And as always, we had our music cranked. When my dad pressed play on his playlist, it fueled our energy and excitement to be there. Our friends and family laughed and smiled as we screamed the lyrics to the songs on a never-ending loop. It's a good thing that our friends and goats have patience for what we call our entertainment. You see, each of these show weekends have formed memories and experiences that have become the songs to my life's playlist. Each time I say yes to an experience, it's like saying yes to a new song and adding it to my playlist. However, with each experience and each song, there's always a risk. Maybe it will be my new favorite. Maybe it will be one that I add without much fanfare. Maybe it will be my new most hatred. But you will never know if that song may be the one that you find yourself devoting all of your time and effort towards. Many of the songs that I've added to my playlist the last several years came about because I took a chance and I chose to press play by saying yes in the moment. Now, one of the first songs that I added to my life's playlist was when I joined the Junior Iowa Meat Goat Association. Now, don't get me wrong, it was the first of many that I was just a little scared about. I mean, I was only 13 when I went to my first juniors gathering in February of 2018. That day that my family and I hopped in the car to head to the Brent Ice skating rink that day, we weren't really sure how the rest of the day may go. Although I did know that when I got there, the thoughts started to rush through my head. Was I going to fall just once or 23 times and embarrass myself? Was I going to meet others? Was I going to know anyone there? I didn't know. But by choosing to press play on the Junior Iowa Meat Goat Association, it has made a bigger impact on my life than I have ever dreamed. Since that day at the ice skating rink, I started to come out of my shell. I started to reach out to others within our industry. And I started to become more involved, and I found that I really enjoyed doing so. Yeah, I was a little quiet, shy, and hesitant when it all began, but I continued to press play on new opportunities that were coming to my way in life. Once I ran for an officer position, I later found myself serving as the president of the Junior Iowa Meat Goat Association. But I want you to know that if you ask anyone that was at the skating rink that day, I am not the same bashful girl. But the fear of pressing play on the Junior Iowa Meat Goat Association almost prevented me from expanding my leadership experience and also the lifelong skills that I have gained from my teammates and my peers. Now, another song that I've added to my life's playlist is when I first stepped into that ag room. Believe it or not, the day that I walked into that ag room, I felt the same way I did. I stepped on that ice. As a freshman, I knew I wanted to be involved in agriculture because I showed livestock. But I was still nervous. I would somehow, some way, embarrass myself in front of everyone, or I had no idea if I would like the setting of a classroom of agriculture. But I later on found out that that room became my second home. I was now surrounded by people with similar interests and passion for agriculture. And I found that the homework assignments were actually fun rather than a chore to complete like some other school subjects. As I became an upperclassman, I continued to press play on new opportunities and served leadership roles at multiple levels. But looking back to that first day in the ag room, did I think it would lead me to where I am today? No, I didn't. But did I think it would impact my life at all? Like even a little bit? Maybe. But am I glad that I chose to take a chance and press play on that ag room? Absolutely. I yet again gained new relationships with my peers, and I learned the importance of premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. I started to realize how saying yes to these opportunities was opening so many doors in my life. Iowa FFA, it's time for you to recognize how saying yes can open doors for you too. You and I are both building our life's playlist one song and opportunity at a time. But of the 13,000 songs that are made each and every day, we cannot expect that each one will be something that we hate or love. But we will never know until we take a chance and we push that play button on our life's playlist. We have got to stop letting fear hold us back from the chances that could lead us to life-changing success. I promise that you will not regret reaching the fullest potential for yourself, your organization, and your community. So say yes to your advisor. Say yes to something new. Say yes to running for office, whether that's in the FFA or something else that you enjoy. Say yes to team captain, whether that's on the court or on the field. Say yes to trying something new, even if you might not be great at it the first time. Whatever it is, Iowa FFA, when the door to a new opportunity opens, say yes today, tomorrow, and forever. You may never find the new things you love if you don't press play on these opportunities and add to the playlist of your life. Iowa FFA, start pressing play!
What you singing there, Annie?
Oh, just some of my favorite parts from the FFA choir.
But we haven't even heard them yet.
Well, maybe you haven't, but I have, and they're incredible. There's a reason I came back from the future to be here.
I'm too excited. I have to hear them right now. FFA members, please help me in welcoming, under the direction of Chris Phelan, sponsored by Buena Vista University, your 2023 Iowa FFA Chorus.
Today, oh joy
Growing up in a small agriculture-based town, I have seen the hard work and dedication it takes to running an operation. These next members are truly proficient in what they do. Please help me in recognizing our members on their outstanding supervised agriculture experiences and thank the sponsors of the Iowa FFA.
Dance like fish.
Through the Iowa FFA Foundation, the association is proud to recognize members who show excellence in 23 proficiency areas with their supervised agricultural experience programs.
In the area of agricultural communications, sponsored by the Iowa Soybean Association, the winner is Katrina Hogman from the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar. Katrina decided to become an ag advocate to connect her school, members, and community to chapter activities in the agricultural industry. Serving as chapter reporter for 2 years, she developed a chapter website, updated social media platforms, and created FFA vlogs. While logging 368 hours with her SAE, Katrina has increased her knowledge in design, content, editing, and promotion of her FFA chapter. Grace Schminke of the Vinton-Schellsburg FFA chapter is the runner-up in this area.
Faith Henningsen of the DeWitt Central FFA chapter is the winner in the area of agricultural education endowed by the Jim Hamilton Memorial. Henningsen works as an egg in the classroom intern to educate the public about various topics within agriculture. She has done this for 3 years and plans to pursue a career in elementary education. The runner-up in this area is Annabelle Newton of the Vinton-Schellsburg FFA chapter.
McGuire DeYoung of the Montezuma FFA chapter is the winner in the area of agricultural mechanics, design, and fabrication, sponsored by CF Industries, Garner, and Spencer Terminals. McGuire has spent almost 600 hours working in metal manufacturing and production, learning how to do powder coating, plate burning, welding, laser cutting, and much more. McGuire has learned to safely operate and use a number of machines for DeYoung Manufacturing when producing components for machinery made by several large ag manufacturing companies. He plans to pursue a career in industrial engineering. The runner-up in this area is Brecken Williamson from the Rock Valley FFA chapter.
Jacob Nab of the Maquoketa FFA chapter is your state winner in Ag Mechanics Repair and Maintenance Entrepreneurship, sponsored by U.S. Army ROTC. His SAE involves selling outboard motor parts on eBay. He has learned how to disassemble outboard engines, research part numbers, and then resell them online, earning over $6,000 this past year. He has been able to keep accurate records, identify engine parts, and develop customer service relationships. The runner-up in this area is Kendrick Langrick of the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar.
Landon Luff from the Charles City FFA chapter is the winner in Ag Mechanics Repair and Maintenance Placement, sponsored by Iowa FFA Gold Standard Partners through the Iowa FFA Foundation. Landon put in nearly 2,000 hours and earned over 28,000 at Swartz Rock Implement. Landon quickly advanced from maintenance of the grounds to maintenance of multiple lines of equipment and the lead assembler for many of the dealership brands. Upon high school graduation, Landon will become a full-time technician at Swartz Rock Implement. The runner-up is Mason Parks of the Sheldon FFA chapter.
The winner in the area of ag processing, sponsored by Iowa FFA Gold Standard Partners through the Iowa FFA Foundation, is Lauren Cherney of the Beckman Catholic FFA chapter at Dyersville. Lauren has invested over 475 hours in her local meat locker and has gained skills in food safety, meat processing, and product development. After graduation, Cherney plans on continuing her career in meat processing. The runner-up is Jada Thompson of Midland at Wyoming.
In the area of agricultural sales entrepreneurship, sponsored by Titan Machinery, the winner is Lena Sanguin of the Sioux Central FFA chapter at Sioux Rapids. Sanguin's SAE project consists of designing and selling Christmas wreaths and decorations. She has sold more than 120 unique designs to over 100 customers in the last 2 years. In the future, Lena plans to continue enhancing her design skills and learning more about floral design. The runner-up in this area is Robin Fike of the West Lyon FFA chapter at Inwood.
The winner in the area of agricultural sales placement, sponsored by Titan Machinery, is Nathaniel Miller of the Marengo FFA chapter. Miller has worked at Marengo Farm and home as a sales associate in all areas of the business, including marketing, advertising, and inventory. Through his SAE project, Miller has also improved his record-keeping skills. The runner-up in this area is Mia Bolton of the Montezuma FFA chapter.
Abby Gehring of the Williamsburg FFA chapter is the winner in the area of agricultural services, sponsored by Landis Cooperative. Gehring is the co-owner of Max Boarding, a business established to care for show animals. In her more than 3 years of business, she has expanded from 6 to 31 animals and now incorporates a milking parlor. Gehring will be attending Iowa State University next fall. The runner-up in this area is Allison Coates from the Maquoketa FFA chapter.
Your winner in the area of Agriscience Research Integrated Systems, sponsored by CHS Foundation, is Libby Knipper of the Beckman Catholic FFA chapter at Dyersville. In the last 2 years, Libby has spent over 200 hours researching and evaluating various starch-based films for use in food storage systems. Libby's research has been featured at 9 different research fairs and conventions. She has also received numerous awards, scholarships, and grants for her research.
Maria Cruzy of the Beckman Catholic FFA chapter at Dyersville is the first place winner in the area of Agriscience Research, Plant Systems, sponsored by Mintech Citrus Incorporated. Cruzy used previously reported research and skills learned from research projects that she designed and implemented. Her project evaluated the effects of adding red wiggle worms to grow tomatoes and beans in either controlled greenhouse conditions or in field settings. Throughout the project, Cruzy has developed her ability to present and analyze her research results and plans to continue her research endeavors in the future.
Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
You're insecure, don't know it for.
Turn your heads when you walk to the door. To cover up. Being the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the room to see you. Everyone else but you.
Thank you really isn't enough to express how truly grateful we are for you.
Your wisdom and advice has guided us every step of the way. Your unconditional support does not go unnoticed.
We can always count on you.
Every step of the way, you inspire us to be our true selves.
Everything we are today and everything we may become tomorrow is because of you.
We can always count on you to be just one phone call away.
Our only wish is to have you by our side, supporting us forever.
To family members and supporters everywhere, thank you for all that you do. We don't say it enough, but we truly do love you.
Iowa FFA, please help me in welcoming my parents, Jennifer and Tim Schaefer.
Hilton Coliseum, please give a warm welcome to my parents, Mark and Leanne Phillips.
Iowa FFA, please give a warm welcome to my parents, Greg and Sarah Schmidt.
Hilton Coliseum, give a warm FFA welcome to my parents, Ronnie and Sherry Wolf.
Ames, give a warm welcome to my mother, Carrie McClure, and my father, Carl Fox.
I'm proud to introduce my parents, Terry and Chardell Tunison.
Iowa FFA, give a big round of applause to my parents, Chris and Tammy Bauer.
Iowa FFA, please help in welcoming our parents, Tom and Sarah Martin.
Please help us in thanking our FFA parents, grandparents, and other family members for all the support and guidance they have given us.
Whether you enjoy shopping for hours, downloading the latest music, or going out to a delicious restaurant, these gift cards can make some of your favorite things possible. The winner may pick up their gift card from the secretary's desk. The winner of the $50 Visa gift card is Chasten Gehring from Huxley. Make sure to stop by the career show to earn tickets and possibly win a gift card.
Welcome to Ames. E, excited to be in Ames. L, loving Ames. C, convention. O, M, I'm in Ames. E, excited to be in Ames. T, together here at convention. O, oh my God, it's convention. A, almost time for convention. M, more people at convention. E, elephants might be at convention. S, super fun at convention.
The premier leadership component of our FFA mission is lived out to the fullest in the recognition of this next group. These individuals have worked tirelessly preparing for state officer interviews this last week and have led outstanding FFA careers during high school. By working with each other, they will turn their passion for agriculture into service to our great organization. FFA members, please help me welcome the 2023 State FFA Officer candidates.
Hey Iowa FFA, my name is JD Bramer and I'm representing the Sibley-Uchian FFA chapter.
What's up, Iowa FFA? My name's Josephine Kelly, and I'm representing the Nevada FFA chapter.
Good morning, everyone. I am Lauren Byer, representing the East Buchanan FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. My name is Kaden Spooner, and I'm representing the Central Lyon FFA chapter. Hello, Iowa FFA. My name is Cameron Hart, and I'm representing the Mount Pleasant FFA chapter.
Hello Iowa FFA, I'm Elena Gable from the Little Switzerland FFA chapter at Wakan.
Hello Iowa FFA, I'm Phoebe Garrett from the Brocott FFA chapter at Clarinda.
Hello Iowa FFA, I'm Annabelle Newton from the Vinton-Shellisbury FFA chapter.
What's up, Iowa FFA? My name is Trey Voller, and I'm from the Diamond Trail FFA chapter.
Hello, Iowa FFA. I'm Brandon Rash, and I'm from the Nottoway Valley FFA chapter.
Good morning. My name is Will Vlasiek, and I'm representing the Cedar Rapids Prairie FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. My name is Emma Humphreys, and I am representing the Columbus FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Sierra Randall from the West Marshall FFA chapter.
Good morning Iowa FFA, I am Allison Britton from the Indianola FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Elizabeth Hadley, and I'm from the East Union FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. My name's Colin Bauer, coming to you from the Audubon FFA chapter.
Hi, my name's Dylan Combs from the Atlantic FFA chapter.
Let's give our 2023 state officer candidates another round of applause.
Marianne grew up knowing that the day couldn't be started or ended until all the livestock were tended to and the chores were completed. I was lucky enough to grow up with her as my little sister. Though at times we both use that to our benefit ourselves, whether it be getting out of chores or to blame each other when things went wrong.
My little sister is always one who seems to think outside the box. Sometimes finds a way to make things a little more interesting. Like one time when I convinced her to chisel plow the cornfield before it froze in the fall. After she had completed the section of field, I asked how it was. To my surprise, she was very pleased with her experience, stating she would turn on the autosteer, sit back, and read a book while going across the field, letting the autosteer drive the tractor.
Marianne and I learned how to show cows and show horses together. Ever since we started horse workouts every Sunday in the summer, we were inseparable. Through countless sleepovers, I have seen her show her big heart and willingness to help others. Marianne is always smiling and blessing others with her patience and grace. We are proud to introduce my cousin and best friend,
and our sister,
and your 2022-2023 North Central State Vice President, Marianne Fox.
She'd be sitting home crying. She ain't going out like that. She's had enough feeling like dying. She ain't going out like that. Everybody, here comes the life of the party.
When I was 3 years old, something pretty exciting was hpping in my life. My mom and dad decided to build a brand new house, and that meant that we were finally getting out of that old white farmhouse with the orange shag carpet and creaking stairs and a staircase that felt like it was only 3 feet wide. And during the construction process, my brothers and I got to help. But in reality, we were just playing in the dirt and mud puddles. The best parts about this new house was that I got to dream about what my new room would look like. My brothers and I got more acres of carpet to farm, and I was so excited to have my whole family over for birthdays and holidays so that they could have the same excitement about the new house just as I did. And then suddenly all of those dreams and feelings came to a halt. My parents announced that they were getting a divorce. My brothers and I got to call that new house ours for only 1 more year, because then we would have to call another house ours in order to see both parents. See, my mom moved into a different house just 12 miles away, which meant my brothers and I had to switch between the two houses daily. And at first, I was excited because what's not to love about 2 houses? More toys, another room I could decorate, and more acres of carpet to farm. But soon, those 2 houses just became 2 places that I had to go back and forth between every single day. Every morning, I had to pack my life into a duffel bag. My favorite outfits, my blankie, my chapstick, and most importantly, my schoolwork. As soon as I would get comfortable in one house, it was time to switch to the other one. I had to choose to adjust to what was happening around me, otherwise I would get lost in the chaos. But calling these 2 houses home never sat right with me. It was always Dad's house or Mom's house. And from Dad's to Mom's, I never felt at home at either. When my friends talked about going home, I thought about which house I would end up at. But fast forward 10 years and I'm pulling into the drive of my high school for my first day. And let me tell you, I was so nervous. Not only was it my first day of high school, it was also my first day of high school at a new school. But soon enough, the best time of the school year came around, homecoming. And the following Saturday was a dance. The perfect way to end a week of decorating yards, dress-up days, a win for the football team, and great memories that I had made with my new friends. Now, what high school dance isn't complete without this song?
Yes, I can. Doubt, believe, I wonder what this plan.
picture my friends and I in a circle jumping up and down and pumping our fists in the air to that song. Now, when I was in that circle, I looked around and I smiled because it was at that moment that I realized I felt at home with where I was and who I was with. I'd begun to find comfort and support from those new friends that surrounded me. At the beginning of the week, I did not even feel worthy enough to celebrate homecoming because I didn't grow up there. But by the end of the week, I realized that this was my home. According to Webster's dictionary, a house is defined as, quote, a building for human habitation. And a home is, quote, a place where one lives permanently. But what makes a house a home? What makes a house feel homier? Is it hanging pictures on the walls, adding tons of decorations, painting the walls to bring life to the rooms? I don't think so. To me, creating a home requires having feelings and a sense of belonging for where you are at. A home is a place that builds and shapes you, but that doesn't have to be a physical building. I found my home in the activities that I did. From sports to FFA, I chose to create those feelings of change and have a sense of belonging in those activities because they were what was slowly building me into who I am today. Iowa FFA, the places that build you do not have to be your physical house because you get to choose the activities that make you feel like you belong. Maybe it's your FFA chapter, your group of friends, the towns you visit, or even just stepping outside of your comfort zone. You get to choose the activities that make you feel at home. Because what's home for you may not be the same home for someone else. So if you see someone struggling, maybe the new kid, a teammate, or the person that anyone rarely talks to, help them find their home. Because we are all just trying to find our home in this world. Any place can be a house, but it's about how you make it a home. Iowa FFA, find the experiences that support you and find the house that builds you.
Brokenness inside me might start healing. Out here it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me.
Oh, right. What do you have in your jacket? What do you have? Of course.
Oh, I have an energy drink.
Ah.
Place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me go fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight.
No, Rachel, absolutely not. You don't even know what I was gonna say. Yes, I do. I'm from the future, remember? You were about to say how you've always had this special talent, but you've always been too afraid to show it. But now that you're older and you actually perform it, it's so awful. I'm not about to let that happen again. Wow, Annie, that kind of hurt. How about we hear some talent from some other members? FFA members, advisors, and guests, please put your hands together for the 4th place talent winners from the Marengo FFA chapter.
Just when they all got it. Just when they all got it. I ain't got time for you, baby. Either you're mine or you're not. Make up your mind, sweet baby. Right here, right now is all we got. A little party never killed nobody. So we gon' dance until we drop. A little party. in the feathers, I'm breezy. Hope you can keep up, boys, 'cause believe me, I'm the beast. It don't mean a thing if I give you my heart, if you tear it apart. No, it don't mean a thing if I ain't in your eyes, but it ain't gonna fly. No, just one night, all I got. 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 What do you think, Goon Rock? Are you ready? A little party never killed nobody, so we gon' dance until we drop. Let's go on. A little party never killed nobody. Right here, right now is all we got. Oh, a little party never killed nobody, so we gon' dance until we drop. A little party never killed nobody.
It is now time to announce the final group of Proficiency Awards for this session, sponsored through the Iowa FFA Foundation through the Gold Standard Program. Let's direct our attention to the stage.
Hannah Fishwild of the Midland FFA chapter at Wyoming is the winner in the Beef Production Entrepreneurship, sponsored by Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation. Her operation consists of continuously increasing her breeding and market beef stock, along with purchasing her own operating equipment. She demonstrates her SAE knowledge through herdsmanship and business management qualities. The runner-up is Hayden Benson from Tri-Center FFA at Neola.
Shaylin Wyman of Makokata FFA is the winner in the area of beef production placement, which is sponsored by Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation. She has worked close to 3,000 hours with her grandpa on his cow-calf operation. Shaylin helps with feeding, genetic selection, overall health, and maintenance on the farm. Each year, she adds new responsibilities. In the future, Shaylin hopes to apply the skills she has learned to her own cattle herd. Our runner-up is Brecklin Biedenbender from the North Lynn FFA chapter at Troy Mills.
Dylan Spargrove from the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union is our winner in Dairy Production Entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa State University Dairy Science Club. His herd of Holstein and Jersey females includes 4 milk cows and 5 heifers. Dylan optimized his success with purposeful budgeting, implementing industry standard health practices, and improving breeding choices. He has also competed at the National FFA Dairy Judging Contest. Our runner-up is Tara Knapp from the West Lyon FFA chapter at Inwood.
In the area of dairy production placement, sponsored by the Iowa State University Dairy Science Club, the winner is Kirsten Gibbs of the Little Switzerland FFA chapter at Waukon. Gibbs has spent over 2,300 hours feeding, treating, and raising healthy dairy calves. She also keeps records, assists with milking dairy cows, and has a vast knowledge of herd health. She plans to attend Iowa State University to study animal science. Our runner-up is Haley Ronnebaum of the Makokata Valley FFA chapter at Delhi.
Luke Holgrafer of the Northeast FFA chapter at Goose Lake is the winner in the area of diversified agricultural production, sponsored by Hertz Farm Management. Luke has invested over 6,000 hours managing his beef, grain, hay, and forage operations. He has added additional hay acres in an effort to provide more forage for his cattle. Upon graduation, Holgrafer will attend Iowa State University for ag studies, with plans to return to the family farm. The runner-up is Brevin Costin from the Brokaw FFA chapter at Clarinda.
Hayden Holgrafer of the Easton Valley FFA chapter at Preston is the winner in the area of diversified crop production entrepreneurship, sponsored by Pivot Bio. Hayden has increased his forage profitability from $75 per acre to $361 per acre. He has also implemented management changes to raise his soybean yield by 17 bushels per acre and corn by 27. Holgrafer reinvests in both his family's and his own operation and plans to return to the farm after graduating from Iowa State University with a degree in ag studies.
Grant Farnham of the Central Plains FFA chapter at Gowrie is this year's winner in the area of diversified crop production placement, sponsored by CHS Foundation. Grant has learned to operate a variety of farm equipment. He has also been using technology to become more efficient on his farm and uses preventative maintenance to keep equipment in top operating condition. Grant incorporated cover crops into his farming operation to prevent erosion and help with weed control. He plans to farm after graduation. The runner-up in this area is Merrick Van Grootist of the Rock Valley FFA chapter.
Daisy Henneman of the Stanton FFA chapter is the winner in the area of diversified horticulture, sponsored by Iowa FFA Gold Standard Partners through the Iowa FFA Foundation. Henneman has worked over 375 hours at Earl May, where she has gained experience in nursery operations as well as floral design. Henneman has also operated nursery equipment and expanded her horticulture skills. Justine Mickelson from the Marengo FFA chapter is the runner-up in this area.
The winner in the diversified livestock production endowed by the Milt Lugstead Sr. is Ellie Blackford from the Osceola Big Chief FFA chapter. Blackford has invested thousands of hours working at Ruby Cattle Company with her goat herd. She has worked as a farmhand and herdsman with a wide array of responsibilities. She also raises her own herd of maintainers, Angus, and Simmental cows. Through her SAE, Blackford has learned how to create a nutrition plan and implement scientific principles in breeding livestock. Ellie is currently a junior at Osceola High School. The runner-up in this area is Cody Hager, from the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi.
Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners. The SecTesc has one announcement at this time. Don't forget that the Agricultural Proficiency Award winners and sponsors luncheon will be held immediately following this session behind the stage. All first and second place winners are invited to attend with their sponsor and the major conference sponsors of the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Again, the Agricultural Proficiency Award winners and sponsors luncheon will be held immediately following this session behind the stage. That concludes our announcements at this time.
I was a highwayman, on the coast roads I did ride. and pistol by my side. Many a million glasses and bottles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. Bastards hung me in the spring of 25.
We all know how important of a role our ag teachers can play in our lives. From driving us to events, providing food at chapter meetings, and giving us a pep talk when we need it, ag teachers truly make an impact. Today we will have our 7th annual Teach Ag Signing Day, and we will recognize those students interested in becoming ag educators. We would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Morris, the president of the Iowa Association of Agricultural Educators. Let's give a round of applause as we introduce our future agricultural educators from across the state.
Elizabeth Hadley from East Union at Afton. Raina Brown. Colin Bauer. Michael Prevo. Bridget Johnson. Jaylee Happy. Alyssa Burt. Zayden Refit. Grace Helly. Jaylene Vroe. Morgan Toole. Alec McIntyfer. Megan Deckers. Bailey Finnegan. Cassie Brooks. Ben Wickett. Bailey Coyle. Cayman Hart. Amelia Dom. Candence Bonder. Elizabeth Finling. Caitlin Ballard. Annabella Newton. Elena Gebel. Abby Garing. JC Weiss. Julie Campbell.
Mr. Morris, thank you for taking time to be here today. We are grateful for the support that the Iowa Association of Agricultural Educators gives young ag teachers everywhere. Please accept this conference gift to show our appreciation. Let's give a big round of applause for the Iowa Association of Agriculture Educators and all our future ag teachers.
Live in the moment. There is nothing better about my brother than his ability to live in the moment. George has taught me a lot, but the most important thing he has taught me is to be present in the moment for my family and friends. Thank you, George, for being present for the biggest moments of my life and being present to the Iowa FFA.
Not everyone is lucky enough to be best friends with their cousins. I've had the opportunity to grow close enough to have George be my brother. We often got asked in high school if we were twins. George has always been there no matter what, and I know he was there to show up for the FFA. Anywhere George goes, he leaves behind a humble reminder to do what is right, even if that's not what everyone else is doing.
No matter who he has encountered or the experiences he has gone through, his ability to stay true to himself is the most admirable quality he has taught me. He has taught me that no matter what you do in life, if you are not true to who you are, nothing is worth it. Through his service, I have learned to always have fun. We would like to introduce our brother
and cousin,
your 2022-2023 Southwest State Vice President, George Martin.
Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of a lightning strike. Sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away, pistons pumping.
Picture this, first grade George up to bat against a giant fourth grader on the pitching mound. To say the least, I was a little intimidated, but I shook off the fear and stepped into the batter's box. And there I was, waiting for the pitch. Here it comes, here it comes. Whoa, it's getting kind of close. Wham! I get hit square in the right shoulder. With a pain burning in my arm, I take my base. But before I know it, we're in the next inning. I've forgotten all about the pain in my arm, and it's my turn to be up to bat again. So I walk out of the dugout and back into the batter's box. This time, a little further back. And there I was, patiently waiting for the pitch. Here it comes, wham! I get hit again. With the pain stinging, I head back to the dugout where I tell my coach I'm pulling myself out of the game because I was tired of being hit by the pitches. And there, from the comfort of the dugout, I watched my team finish the game while I let my fear of being humiliated and hit again hold me back. We all have these moments of fear that lead us to making decisions that we may later regret. Whether it be pulling ourselves out of a game or just giving up when the going gets tough. Fast forward 9 years, I'm in high school now, I'm not playing baseball anymore, but I have another opportunity to step up by joining the Shenandoah Fire Cadet program. Now this sounded like so much fun, and if I were to join, I could train with the fire department and be part of a different team, the cadet team. But you see, there was just this one thing holding me back from saying yes. I had a big fear of heights. Yeah, that's right. I wasn't the kid that was climbing massive hay piles, ladders, or even riding roller coasters because I was scared to get more than 2 feet off dry, level ground. So all I could ever think about was, what if I had to climb the 75-foot truck ladder? Or what if I was suspended in the air? Or even worse, what if I fell? No way, man, not for me. There's no way I was going to do that. So that's what I did. I said no and decided not to put my application in and sit on the sidelines in safety. Meanwhile, my brother and friends got to experience all the fun of being a fire cadet. And they tell me all these stories about everything they experienced and learned. For example, they gotta go through obstacle courses, riding trucks, and use radios. And I honestly felt a little left out. So that next year, I decided I had enough of letting my fears control me, and I put in my application. To my surprise, I was accepted into the cadet program, and I was so excited to be a part of the team, and I couldn't wait for that year ahead full of new opportunities. And over that next year, I learned and experienced so many things. Like, I got to use an air pack for the first time. I learned how to hook a fire hose to a hydrant, and I got to help out with our annual pancake breakfast. And I wondered, why hadn't I joined sooner? Why had I let my big fear of heights hold me back from getting to experience everything that fire cadets had to offer for me? You see, Iowa FFA, we all have those moments when we want to quit, or we want to sit on the sidelines where it's comfortable for us. Maybe for you, that was not doing a contest, not running for a chapter office, or not trying out a new sport or club. But what we seldom realize is that if we take those new opportunities, we may learn something new, meet a new best friend, or find something we love. When I pushed myself to join fire cadets or step back in the batter's box after I was hit, I found that the satisfaction of pushing past my fears was greater than being comfortable with where I was at. So now I want you to take a second to think. When was the last time you said no to a new opportunity? A teacher, a friend, or a family member? And why did you say no? Did you say no out of fear of not being good enough or letting someone down? We all have those moments when we let our fears control us. But if we always let our fears stand in our way, we may never get to truly experience what life has to offer for us. So I challenge you to step up and take a swing at a new opportunity, whether it be doing a contest, running for a chapter office, or trying out a new sport or club. Because if you always sit on the sidelines, you may never know if you could have hit a home run. So Iowa FFA, step up to the plate.
Oh, that's alright. That's just the kind of life that made me who I am. Just taking my mind on a visit back in time, 'cause I miss it. You wouldn't know to love it like I love it unless you lived it. But man, I lived it.
Miles and miles of John Deere green, freedom far as I can see. The road to run and room to breathe, that's who I am and I'll always be. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me.
Well, Annie, I guess you really are from the future. Wait, so you got to hear from our leaders, learn about our members' accomplishments, and hear state officers' retiring addresses twice today?
It gets better every time.
Well, we only have so much time left here at the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Strengthen your professional skills at the career show, learn something new in one of the mini workshops, and attend later sessions for more fun.
And while you guys are attending those leadership events, I'm gonna take Miss Rachel back to the future to convince her not to get the awful haircut she's about to get.
The Secretary's desk has one announcement at this time. All members participating in the Teach Ag signing, please report to the photography room. Again, all members participating in Teach Ag signing, please report to the photography room. That concludes our announcements at this time.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have just one announcement at this time. The Agricultural Proficiency Award winners and sponsors luncheon will be held behind the stage following this session. All first and second place proficiency winners and proficiency sponsors are invited to attend.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We're about to adjourn the second general session of the 95th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic I now declare this session adjourned.
I walked into the party. I seen some I never saw. Everybody was moving, grooving. Girls, they were dancing on the bar. Now this wasn't no ordinary dance. Hey man, why is everybody swimming in a trance? I couldn't figure it out like you grandpa's riddle. I asked them what they doing and they said, Tuesday, wake up.
Move your hips and dance like fish.